Do you ever feel that your day is totally out of control? Do you want to learn how to manage your time better? Today, we're going to be talking about how you can more effectively manage your time. I can't plan my day, people tell me. I spend all day fighting fires and dealing with interruptions. There's no point in planning. You know what? If you are spending all day fighting fires and dealing with interruptions, you especially need to take time to plan your day. You're caught up in what some people call crisis mode management. You're reacting to the things that are happening around you. You're running around putting out fires, and you're dealing with other people's demands on your time.
Crisis mode management looks like this. Act or react first. Number 2, manage. Manage all of the repercussions that have occurred as a result of responding to the crisis. Communicate. Talk about what went wrong. And then lastly, plan. And if there is time for planning, it's typically very narrowly focused on what went wrong and preventing it from happening in the future.
And there's a cost that comes with crisis mode management. It takes a toll on you emotionally. It saps your morale. It decreases your motivation. There's also a physical toll. It drains your energy and leaves you exhausted. And what's worse, there's no time left over to do the things that matter most to you. The good news is there is a way out. It's called the Eisenhower Matrix. President Dwight D. Eisenhower is quoted as saying, "I have 2 kinds of problems, important and urgent." And it said that he divided those urgent and important problems into a matrix that looks like this, 4 quadrants.
Urgent things have a deadline, and they have a negative consequence if they're not done.
Important things contribute to our values, vision, mission, and goals.
Quadrant 1 is both urgent and important. And here we fight fires, crises, breakdowns, urgent repairs, limited time opportunities, and people who need our attention immediately.
Quadrant 2 is important, but not urgent. Here we are proactive. We do things like planning and organizing, goal setting, building relationships, personal development, exercise and recreation, training and delegating, all things that are very important, but not urgent.
Urgent, but not important. These things are not what they appear to be. They demand attention, but are not important, at least to us. Many interruptions, many phone calls and emails, some meetings, distractions.
Quadrant 4 are things that are neither urgent nor important. They include things like busy work and time wasters. You know what yours are.
So how do you get out of crisis mode? Well, first of all, identify 20 to 30 minutes each day where you can identify things that you are currently doing in quadrants 3 or 4 that could be eliminated. What are some of the interruptions or distractions that you can eliminate? What meetings or emails could you opt out of? Things that are in quadrants 3 and 4 can be eliminated, automated, simplified, or delegated.
So use that 20 to 30 minutes that you've identified from quadrants 3 and 4 and put that into quadrant 2 activities, especially careful daily and weekly planning. See, the more time you spend up in quadrant 2, the less time you're going to spend in crisis mode in quadrant 1. And the less time you spend in quadrant 1, the more you can spend time doing the things that really matter to you. It only takes a little time each day to do the planning, organizing, goal setting, and communicating that will help you get control of your time. If it worked for Eisenhower, it can work for you too.
So we identify what the crisis mode looks like. What does the proactive mode look like? Well, number 1, you got to set and plan goals. Number 2, you got to communicate with others about those goals, and this includes delegation. Number 3, you got to manage those goals, and that includes the tracking. And number 4 is act. You got to do the things that are required to achieve your goals. What are the results? Well, greater productivity, higher morale, and a greater sense of control and satisfaction in your life.
Since daily planning is so important to getting out of crisis mode, I want to give you our best tip on how to crush your to-do list, and that is prioritize it. Ask yourself, if I could get only one thing accomplished today, what would that be? Think about this. The word priority was never meant to be plural. Only one thing can be first, and priority means first. So decide what that is. Then, once you've accomplished that, move on to the next most important thing. When the end of the day comes, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you accomplished what was most important. My name is Kevin Patterson.
And I'm Paul Brown. Make it a great day.